to South Korea's presidential office. It convened an emergency meeting of the National Security Council within hours of the missile launch. Our chief Blue House correspondent Moon Connyoung joins us live from the Blue House. So Connyoung, give us the details.
Right, Mark. So a serious threat to the international community, and South Korea will not sit back and just watch North Korea launch these provocations. That's essentially the message that President Moon Jae-in delivered during an emergency meeting of the National Security Council earlier today in the morning, like you said, within hours of North Korea's missile launch. First, take a listen to the president.
북한이 핵과 미사일을 포기할 때까지 한미 양국을 비롯한 국제사회는 강력한 제재와 압박을 추진해 갈 수밖에 없습니다.
Now, Mark, this is the president a liberal president who had walked a different course from his conservative predecessors, arguing or promoting dialogue and negotiations with North Korea coming into office 6 months ago. But since then, over the course of 6 months, there have been 11 missile tests by North Korea, and over the course, the South Korean president has turned more stern, promoting international sanctions and pressure on North Korea, at least until North Korea comes to the dialogue table. Now, what differs this time around from the previous missile tests is that South Korea, and we're hearing that Japan and the U.S. as well, weren't caught off guard. In fact, they had been detecting signs from North Korea's missile test sites and bases that there will be an imminent threat coming in the near future. So they weren't caught off guard, and that's proven by South Korean President Moon Jae-in calling for this National Security Council meeting 2-3 minutes after the missile launch. Mark.
So, Connyoung, are we kind of getting a feeling now that President Moon Jae-in is looking to other options, perhaps ones that are not so much diplomatic, should we say?
Well, the short answer, Mark, would be absolutely not. But first, I want you to take a listen to the president himself.
압도적인 힘의 우위를 기반으로 북한의 핵미사일 위협으로부터 대한민국을 보호하고 무력 도발 시 적극 응징하여 위협을 제거할 수 있는 역량을 더 한층 강화해 나갈 것입니다.
So there you have it, the South Korean president warning North Korea and reassuring the South Korean public that any kind of military or armed conflict or military provocation by North Korea will be met by even stronger retaliation by South Korea's military. And that based on, as President Moon Jae-in has repeated time and time again, based on overwhelming, absolute dominance of military might and military strength by South Korea over North Korea. But I want you to note that South Korean President Moon Jae-in did reassure the Korean public once again that although that armed conflict by North Korea will be met with strong retaliation, he and his U.S. ally will do everything that they can to manage the situation carefully so that a military conflict or any kind of armed conflict does not happen here on the Korean Peninsula. And Mark, we're just learning that South Korean President Moon Jae-in and U.S. President Donald Trump spoke over the phone just minutes ago to discuss North Korea's latest missile test. They strongly, of course, condemned North Korea for this missile launch and its continuous development of a nuclear and missile program that defying international sanctions. And they saw eye to eye on the need to keep on the pressure and even maybe ramp up pressure and sanctions on North Korea so that North Korea could come to the dialogue table. Mark.